there was some sort of warp contact between somebody, I'm not sure exactly what, but up the hill at the moment, the Ferrari of Revo all over the back of Bant goes to the outside. There's going to be a drag race, and I think Electrician's going to get involved as well here. They're going to be 3 wide as they go up towards Lakecom. Electrician go between the two of them, they bang wheels, and Bant gets it at the moment. Revo trying to hang it around the outside. He has the inside for the left-hander, and he pushes Electrician off the track at the moment of about 0.4 of a second, but he's not going to have it for long because Revo has the slipstream. He has the DRS. It's going to be very close between the two of them. Bant covers the inside, Revo's to the outside. Electrician looking forward as well. Revo's done it.
I think I'm still down a little bit. I think Wolf's still getting Bishop's still doing big work, getting his second kill onto Sledge. With Sean suspecting Simulator was short, unfortunately going to get trained down. And one day going down without a Kraken. Russ going to get the kill onto Carito, and Void's now in a 1v4 situation. With a lot of Reacce balls looking at him. Going to get 2 kills onto the side of Reacce and into a 1v2 situation. Spots out the player Optimus unfortunately does get taken out by Bishop doing big work.
There we go. Beautiful. Is literally come to life.
He's just going in. He's just going in now. It's like he decided, you know what, boys, let me just try. Just whatever I can.
Like a well played by Disrupt.
Disrupt making a connector here. But Ghostmaster is just on point, getting at the, what is this, the third? Maybe going for the 4th and getting the 4K. What an awesome round from Ghostmaster.
Hey guys, my name is Little Panda and I'm joined by Esproxy. Tonight we will be the casters for this group stage of the ZAMAJORS League.
Almost there. Anyway, we just want to send a quick shout out to our sponsors who've been making all of this possible. Utini, Digital for Jesus, and Teamspeak.in. Without them, none of this would be possible. We'll let you guys know a little bit later what each of them do and what they are a part of.
Okay, so for those of you who are wondering what or who the ZAMAJORS League is, ZAMAJORS is a newly created esports online gaming entity, which was created from the competitive minds of a few gamers who, as a part of the gaming community, felt the need to step up and listen to the gamers of South Africa. So in doing so, they started the South African Majors League. ZAMAJORS caters for everyone, from beginners to elites. Everyone has a place in the SML League.
Cool. With that, we go on to the announcements. For you guys' information, we will be live streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, so feel free to go check out those channels for more ZAMAJORS content. More exciting news is that the Formula 1 Slipstream Racing League has begun. Tune in to Saturday evenings at 9:30 SAT and 8:30 CET for all our international fans, as we have Wimpy and an SA driver taking part in the Formula 1 tournament. So please pull through if you have time and support the local scene. For our COD 4 and Overwatch players, please note that ZAMAJORS are looking to bringing in tournaments for these titles. So very exciting news for those players.
Okay, so about today's match. We have Reacce's Fox up against Deadzone Gaming. Deadzone.
No, Deadzone Gaming. We keep doing that,
we
sorry.
keep messing that up, I'm sorry. Okay, so the lineup for Reacce's Fox consists of Edmeister360, Donsphere, Insanity, Steven, Demonic Potato, and Techno Doggy.
And for Deadzone Gaming, we have Ghost Monster, Barrels, Yono, Bandit, and Meeks, which I owe a very, very quick apology. Special mention to Meeks, as she is actually a girl. So it's a girl gamer in a mixed team, which is very impressive. She did very well in the last game that we casted. So yeah, just a shout out to you, and so sorry it took so long for me to realize, or get told.
Yeah, okay.
With today's matches, you know, this is both teams' 5th match of the season. So in terms of the information we have, you know, DZG have taken 2 apiece, you know, winning 2, losing 2. The 3A Fox only being able to get the W once. However, they do have a team in common that they both played, and that's Legendary Legends. Both teams have won against Legendary Legends. The only information we really have is that, you know, there was a match on Inferno and a match on Mirage, and that DZG won their game 16-1. So with so little information, it's tough to tell what tonight's matchup is going to be like? What do you have in mind?
Well, I mean, we've seen the DZG boys play, and we saw absolutely amazing stuff from there. Not just necessarily as a team, but as individuals. It was absolutely great to watch them play. You know, there was insane clutches coming out, 1v4s, 1v3s. It was amazing to watch. So, unfortunately for us on, you know, Reacce's Fox side, haven't seen as much gameplay. So, yeah, for me, it's hard to tell.
Hey, wake up.
Yeah, it's difficult to be put in a position where, you know, you have to kind of analyze what this team matchup is going to be like. But unfortunately, we don't really have that information. However, I'm keen and I'm hoping it's going to be, you know, a pretty close game. You know, we're going to have a lot of shots fired back and forth between everyone, hopefully with a lot of aggression from both sides. And, you know, I mean, we saw last week it was, who was it again? Was DDC?
Yeah, DDC
versus
DZG and DDC. Remember, we kept messing that up.
Oh gosh, that was a difficult team.
That's the only reason.
But that's when we first saw DZG, you know, when they were up on Mirage against DDC, and they did some really, really good work. I mean, you mentioned it before, we had very individualistic players. I mean, you had players that could be put into any kind of 1vx situation and be able to clutch it out and to win it out for the team. So very strong individuals. As a team, you know, they were very good in terms of rotations. They were very quick on their rotations. Also, just in general, very good, I would say, dynamic. Ultimately, you know, they came out on top in that match against DDC. So, you know, for Reacce, I haven't seen a Reacce game as of yet. I think we casted Reacce EXO the week prior. But I'm very curious. You know, I've played against these teams from my own perspective.
Yeah.
You know, I know people like Techno Doggy and Edmeister, you know, like really awesome dudes, and I'm really interested to see how tonight's match is going to go.
I hate to ask this because this always stirs up controversy, but what map are you keen to see?
Well, as long as you don't say Inferno. Today, you know, we've had them play Inferno, we had them play Mirage. In honesty, I'm kind of leaning a little bit towards Overpass. I've been enjoying watching some Overpass games lately. I still wouldn't mind a cache, just purely based on, you know, it's such an open map. But yeah, for a team-related map, I'd like to see Overpass to see, you know, who's ultimately more coordinated together. But as always, Train would be very welcomed. Very, very welcomed here. But with you, what are you looking forward to?
You know what I'm going to say. I say it every time, but I really want to cast a game on Inferno. Is that so hard to ask for? I just,
we'll have to wait and see what's going to happen in terms of the knife rounds and picks. But into some general topics while we wait for the team just to get all things in order. So let's start on the most recent update news. You know, Cobblestone getting a little bit despooked. Obviously, a lot of the coffins being taken away, and you know, some of it's easier now to see the more dramatic changes that have happened on the map. I mean, Danger is completely gone.
Tree is gone.
No, Tree is not back. The Halloween update, during the Halloween update, you actually weren't able to boost on Tree. However, I looked at it today. You can boost on Tree. It is higher though. So I'm not quite sure about the self-boost. You know, you were able to bunny hop onto the side, Skadoodle style, get on Tree yourself.
Well, speaking of self-boost, did you not see you can self-boost into drop?
Yeah. I think that's going to, you know, open a lot more doors for CTs in terms of aggression, you know, like pushing. You no longer only have the option of pushing long, you know, now you can push into drop. You know, you can do, you know, a 4-way boost. You know, you've got so many more options now for the CTs. But also, like, T-Spawn itself, that whole corner of T-Spawn, you know,
sectioned off.
has been sectioned, you know, you can't get there anymore. We went through it today, we no-clipped through the old T-Spawn. Actually, a very cute thing that the developers did is they replaced the toilets with tombstones.
It's because the toilets hold such special places in everyone's hearts. You know, there's at least once on a Cobblestone game where you've gone and tried to hide in toilets. You know, end of the round, just have a quick...
Safe place.
Yeah, it's a safe place. It was a safe place and now there's nothing.
But it's very cute of them to put the little tombstones there.
I appreciate the gesture.
It was very adorable. But yeah, so T-Spawn has completely been pushed forward. I mean, you still spawn roughly in the same position, just there where you could get up the ladder into Princess Tower. But yeah, behind you is just a big black gate. that just doesn't allow you to go anywhere towards T-spawn.
I feel like they've gated off or closed specific doors. You know, also the door towards A-long is now shut. You know, you can still access it, but I mean, why do you have to close the door?
Long, but you're gonna have to unfortunately jump up. I mean, for me, I think it's going to, you know, force a lot of the AWPers now to readjust. I mean, there's also that window in middle that actually allows you to see the person standing on coffins on A side now. Which, by the way, A side is incredibly small in terms of planting area.
But it's also it's you know, they've done a lot of changes to that. They've actually raised the actual A site itself. You know, the A site that we used to know, and it's now just towering above you.
But just so much as like I really suggest anyone who's listening to go and just go on an offline server and check it out. It's really cool. I think it's going to be a great game, and I'm curious to see how, you know, pros are going to react to it if it does eventually get put back into active rotation. You know, a lot of the smokes I think are going to be cancelled out, but I tested a few on long and they still work. But it's weird.
It is weird.
I miss my boxes on plat B. It's very weird. Anyway, in terms of other news, did you hear about Carrigan's interview? Mentioning that it might be his last tournament. He was obviously at that time talking about Blast Pro Series, which, you know, Navi eventually did take in the final against NIP. But he basically mentioned that if he doesn't perform and if his results aren't good enough, then he might be the person to be picked. So there's some rumors, you know, obviously being fueled that FaZe is unfortunately putting a lot of pressure, specifically on Carrigan, to perform. I mean, we had Nico take the IGL position recently, you know, in order to kind of give Carrigan a little bit more position to play as a player, you know, to get back to his former glory. But what's your decision on this?
I'm a big fan of Carrigan. You know, I've always really loved him as a player, and I feel that is such unnecessary stress, you know, to put on a pro player that's already got a literal life amount worth of stress in the game, and then just to know that if you're not, you know, if you're not necessarily having the best games. Oh, we're going into knife round.
Yes, we'll continue the talk after that.
We will continue discussions.
But it's very, it sucks, but at the end of the day, you know,
that's how it is.
MGOs are also a business, and there is profit to be made, and it's very stressful.
I like the cheeky boost here in knife round.
DZG getting very cheeky. Unfortunately, 2 will get taken out, and we're on to a 2v1, 1v1 with Meeks getting a 4K. Okay, girl.
It was very, very back and forth there, constantly, but yeah, no, DZG.
So DZG going to get the first pick, you know, obviously opting for whatever they need to, which seems that they're going to give Fox the option to ban first.
Oh, no nuke. Yay.
How do we think about nuke in the meta? I mean, obviously, you know, the developers have been doing a lot of work to try and make it a little bit more easy and more palatable for teams to choose. I mean, they even changed a lot of the B sides
and the sounds.
You know,
the sounds was a very big thing for me,
especially for nuke, because I mean, nuke is such like a map where you can juke, you know, your enemy team. A lot of the strats literally depend on you just making a fool of the enemy.
I like aesthetically, I really like nuke. You know, it's a very pretty map, but I find that in terms of sounds, you know, even though they have fixed the sounds now, it's still really difficult to play that map and actually try and listen for enemies.
Speaking of, you know, palatable
Are we having Inferno?
We indeed looks like we're going to be having Inferno. Very exciting. You finally get your wish.
It's happened.
I'm still waiting for my train. Oh, gosh. Well, while we wait for teams to get ready. In terms of, you know, we're talking about recent news. I wanted to mention this last week. Unfortunately, we didn't get the time to. But have you heard about the whole Freakazoid and Cooper drama?
It makes me really sad. You know, that's his brother.
Yeah.
You know, so for those of you who don't know, Cooper has left his brother, which is Freakazoid, and the Swole Patrol team. Literally, I think, a week or two before qualifiers?
Well, yeah, that was last week. So that was last week's news, which was obviously this week. It was the qualifiers for, I think, one of the majors. I'm not sure quite sure which one. However, recently, I think it was today or yesterday, Cooper released a tweet saying that, you know, alluding to the fact that this situation is not being as black and white as we all thought, but because, you know, of his family responsibilities and his love for his brother, he won't say his thoughts. So I mean, you know, there's always unfortunately going to be drama. I just think it's so tough when you're in a team with family members.
Yeah.
Because you know, teams go through a lot. I mean, there's always going to be drama no matter what. I mean, this is CSGO, ultimately at the end of the day. But you know, for your brother, I don't blame Freakazoid for being hurt, but also at the end of the day, you know, players need to do what's the best for their career. Unfortunately, you know, Swap Patrol have been doing great.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're currently, you know, top of the league in the MDL league. You know, they've got a few very, very talented players with Freakazoid, you know, with an amalgamation of experience under his belt, you know, able to lead the young players on his team.
Yeah.
But, you know, after so much work and leaving the team...
Also, there's no way that you cannot take that personally.
No, that's what I'm saying. You know, that's the problem with having, you know, family in a team. It's very difficult. But, yeah, it looks like we're going to be getting on to the first round. In terms of, you know, the CTs and the Ts, where would you prefer, you know, the team to be starting off with? Let's specifically talk about DZG.
Okay.
Since we've seen a little bit about them on Mirage.
I preferably would like to see them start on T side, because when we watched their last game, they were extremely strong on the CT side. So I kind of want to see a little bit more of them playing on T side, just to see how, you know, they change up their tactics and just kind of how they play on the T side in general.
No, definitely. I'm curious to see, you know, DZG on T. Obviously, just waiting for everyone just to get ready up before we can actually see which side is which. But, you know, I think T side is a little bit where DZG lost a few of their rounds. I mean, again, we were talking about how, you know, they've got such individuals that really have, you know, the crux to clutch out a 1vx situation, whatever it is. So I'm curious, but I'm very interested to see how Reacce's Fox is going to do tonight.
Yes, I mean, we've already seen DZG is extremely strong, so I'm curious to see how Fox handles this. Sorry.
No, definitely. In terms of, you know, we talk about Inferno being obviously your favorite map. Why would you say that is? Is it the watchability, you know, is it the way that the teams have to kind of structure themselves? I mean, utility usage on this map is so vital.
It's crucial.
You know, I mean, especially if we look at Banana specifically, you know, if you're trying to take Banana control, you know, util usage, you know, a molly here, a flash there, a nade, especially a nade stack on Banana is such powerful nade usage, because, you know, it's such a big choke point. Even if, you know, the CTs kind of have the right spawn for it, you know, a nade stack in the middle is, I mean, you've seen it.
For me, I feel like Inferno's an overall really great map to watch, yes, to play, yes. You can kind of play around quite a bit, but it's more standard, you know? I feel a lot of players kind of know what to do on this map all the time.
No, definitely. I personally am just ready to see, you know, DZG pull out a little bit more tactical nade usage. I obviously saw easily, you know, they can hit the shots. But I'm a very big fan of util usage. And with that, we're going to go into the first round of this league match. Edmeister pulling out dualies and nade here. Very cheeky on the first round.
I like it.
You have Fox starting on T side, DZG starting on the CT. You know, with 3 players classically going to B and 2 players going to A. Unfortunately, I think these A players are about to get a very quick surprise, as Fox is making a quick push up to second middle. Looks like they're going to be taking an A take, a very quick middle take. Fox taking first damage as, who's this? Bandit taking a little bit off the head.
Oh!
Getting a 6 shot onto Edmeister. And with that in a 5v4, that was a very quick pick.
Oh, yeah. We do have 4 of the, you know, the DZG players stacked up here onto A.
We mentioned this, you know, the DZG boys are so good with their rotations, and Barrels is even better at getting some headshots. So with that already, you know, 2 players down on the side of Fox, I can see they're just slowing it down a little bit. You know, I'm saying, okay, maybe A is not exactly the place where you want to go. But DZG is so good in reading the situation. We had 4 players on A already. 1 is rotated back to B, you know, thinking that they might be slowing things down. Going to stop them immediately there to get a free bomb site. Very good work here from DZG. Unfortunately, Fox is stuck in a between a rock and a hard place, yeah.
A little bit of a difficult situation here. You know, they are aware that there are now 2 players towards B, and I mean, you don't know if they've rotated anyone else off of A yet, so...
They've still got 1 player lurking towards the side of A, I think, just trying to make space. Unfortunately, for DZG, it does look like, who's this? Insanity is going to be having some space onto short, going to make a push onto the A side, gonna take first peek at Pit. Insanity getting the kill onto barrels. Technodotty nearly getting cacked.
Oh,
out
Technodotty
there.
taking out Meeks here, so it's a now down to a 3v3 situation.
Yeah, with DZG on the retake, Bandit going to get the first kill onto Wallaby, and Insanity going to get taken out. Fortunately, Technodoggy, sorry, the last player on the side of Fox to clutch this out for them for their first round. But already with 1 player defusing, Technodoggy does get the first kill, does get the diffuser, and now into a 1v1 situation with time ticking down. I think he's won this for them. There's no time to defuse. Unfortunately, Bandit, you know, already chasing down Techno.
That was a fantastic play by Techno.
He's just playing the time. He's literally just playing with his feelings at this point. Unfortunately, he's going to get taken out by the bomb. But very well played there from Techno.
Yes, that was great patience on the side of him, you know?
Sorry that I butchered your name like 3 times.
And yeah, absolutely crucial shot, taking the diffuser down with him.
I can't believe... you know, I was so sure that... I mean, in a 1v3 situation, you know, he was the player rotating off from B. He nearly got caught out there trying to rotate off B as quickly as possible, but then gets to the side of A, relatively unscathed, manages to clutch out a 1v3 situation, gets the 2 kills, especially the diffuser. Oh, we see DZG taking a quick B push. I think Demonic Potato and his teammate has gotten the sound cue there. Potato's going to get 2 kills onto the side of DZG, with 1 being taken out on the side of Fox. Still now in a 4v3 situation, with Fox quickly making it onto the A site. And they should be able to get a free plant here. But unfortunately, still 2 of the DZG boys down. Banana not going to get caught out, though, as they do take Edmeister down. And with that, 3v3.
Again.
Again. However, in this case, you know, the Fox team are a little bit more prepared. They have the guns advantage in this situation.
Yeah.
Bandits! Getting a kill onto Demonic.
And Ghost Monster.
Ghost Monster going to get the trade onto Wallaby. Technodoggy again doing big work, getting a 2k in quick succession. Succession. Still in a 1v1 situation. Is going to take down Bandit for the 2nd round win.
Clutching it out again.
Again, 1v3 type of situation. What is this man doing? Okay.
Okay, Technodoggy. We see how it is.
Very good work there from Technodoggy, really clutching it out for his team. You know, that puts DZG back onto another save. Well, a little bit of an upgraded save. We've got 4 deagles, 4 nades. It does look they're going to opt for a nade stack towards B. Unfortunately, no player's really close enough to be affected by that. You know, Edmeister did get a little bit of a tap. Is going to get 1 kill onto Yuno with barrels trading him out. Unfortunately, they do spot the rest of the Fox team just waiting in anticipation at the bottom of the banana. They do not have access to that gun, though, that they did get. They did get a kill, but unfortunately, Insanity spots of the player, and Sandboxes does get taken out. And with that, you know, 2 players on the side of B doing a boost there, but only with 2 deagles. Ghost Monster getting a kill in Wallaby, and with that, in a very awkward situation, gets the 2nd kill, nearly gets the 3rd kill, with Bandit trading it out into a 1v1 situation. Okay. The bomb down, not planted, but still so much time left for Insanity to make a play here. We've got a deagle off, it seems.
I really hope it's a deagle off. Please be a deagle off. You know, Bandit is going to become very aware of where this bomb is in now. I was going to say in about 2 seconds. So this is going to make Insanity's life a little bit difficult unless he tries to sneak around the back.
I think he might have an inkling as to where Bandit really is. I mean, you know, that call did come through that obviously there's a player in CT. It was through smoke, so Insanity has no way of knowing. However, he's playing this beautifully. Should be catching Bandit off guard, that is. It's all about timing now. Who's going to look where first? And Bandit is going to get the kill onto Insanity. But DZG getting their first round and an AK.
Not a bad round.
A little 2K. Never hurt anyone.
No. That was fantastically played by Bandit.
Very good work there.
Okay.
So we've mentioned it a few times, you know, that there's individuals in both sides now that are just
Absolute monsters.
Yes.
For lack of a better word.
I was about to say that though. But I mean, you know, now the tide has turned, you know, Fox is on the save round. Not necessarily eco, because we do have 3 Deagles, a P215, a CZ with a few pieces of utility, but against a full buy on the side of DZG, and we've seen how very, very, very well thought out, you know, their CT aggression is. And especially now on Inferno, they've already taken B control completely. Fox, unaware of this, Edmaster does going to take a peek into short. Unfortunately, does get taken out by Ghost Monster. But Demonic Potato nearly getting caught out by Molly there.
These two B players could very easily push behind them.
Yes.
At their current situation, but I really, really like the slow, patient play that they're doing right now.
And definitely they're doing very good in terms of just waiting it out and not playing overly aggressive. We are going to see Meeks rotating to A, as I'm pretty sure a few sound cues have come through. Wallaby getting equal damage, I guess, onto Bandit. You know, the damage is just going back and forth. Bandit and Ghost Monster, unfortunately, just such in-sync play there, getting two kills, with Insanity getting the taken out by Yuno for the third.
Yeah. And Ghost Monster gonna finish up the round here. Okay, so we're in a 2v2. 2v2?
2-2.
2-2.
For the scoreline.
Thank you.
2v2, I guess, yeah.
I mean, it works, it just doesn't sound correct, I think.
But
unfortunately, you know, Fox is on a little bit of a situation. You know, second round they're gonna have to stick with pistols. And it's not ideal, like as you said in the previous round, it's not ideal against the full buy.
No, personally, I wouldn't have bought the last round. I would have just done full eco save, you know, just so we can have those rifles. Meeks going to get taken out by a perfectly timed nade stack there from the side of Fox. Very unfortunate.
It's impossible to fight 3 nades.
You know, getting a quick headshot on the side of Edmeister, wanting to get that orb. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So with that, you know, we've already got one player rotated to the side of B. Fox has unfortunately been slowed down a little bit. They do have an AWP, but still just an AWP and 3 pistols to work with. You know, one smoke isn't really enough to take a B site against a full armada, I would say. Armada, I would say, of you know, rifles and utility.
Look, I'm curious to see how they're going to play this.
Ooh, Ghost Monster just tapping through the smoke is going to get lucky today as he takes a kill onto Insanity, and
that's going to cause them to rotate.
I would save the AWP at this point. You know, you've wasted so much time. You know, just try and do some damage with those pistols. Don't lose more economy at this point. I mean, they will definitely be able to buy the next round with the loss bonus. Ghost Monster getting a cheeky peek onto Demonic Potatoes here. And we've got 2v4, you know, towards A. Techno Doggy getting a sick shot onto Bandit. Very quick shot onto Bandit. Has suspicions that there's a player towards Pits.
His suspicions are now confirmed. Barrel's getting tagged to the wall there.
Techno Doggy is just an absolute force. Is going to take down Barrels.
Okay.
And Ghost Monster. If Yuno wasn't there as quickly as he was, I think that would have been a very, very sick 1v1 situation Techno Doggy would have put himself into.
I actually have no words for how beautifully he played with that AWP just there.
That was quick.
Those were insane shots.
Insane shots, very quick shots. With that, you know, we finally get both teams on sort of a full buy, with Edmeister rather opting for the MP7 and a little bit more utility. These nades.
All of the nades.
All of the nades, just absolutely well timed from
You are not safe down mid. Anywhere in mid.
No, we mentioned, you know, this is such a powerful tool for the CTs to do a nade stack middle if you've got that spawn. It does chip away at the health of your enemy team. And with that, you know, Wallabies are already towards apps, getting that control, getting a lot of information for the side of Fox. Now just curious to see, you know, where they go with this. Unfortunately, they have slowed down, you know, they don't really have banana control, they don't really have any information towards that side. We do have one player slowly creeping up towards banana, but with Insanity peeking middle, and Ghost Monster nearly getting caught out down to 9 HP, you know, we've got the information now that Fox is kind of leaning towards A.
Although, as we say that the bomb is heading towards B.
I think they're playing this well. Technodoggy getting a sick shot onto Bandit again. What a quick headshot there. Only one player towards B with, you know, 2 players kind of leaning from Fox to try and get this bomb side. Unfortunately, bomb is going to go back to A. Ghostmonster getting a sick shot onto Insanity. Meek's getting taken down by Edmeister, who just kind of flanked around from CT. And now, somehow,
They have...
a player towards CT?
Unfortunately, you know, they have full control of B, and that's not where the bomb is.
The bomb has been dropped towards A in the clutches of DZG. So, in this situation, you know, you've got one player in CT spawn. I'm not actually quite sure. I didn't see that happen, actually. But, you know, one player CT spawn, one player middle. And 2 players who have good control of the bomb. And with time running out, you know, that's going to be a very easy win for DZG.
Yeah, and it's so unfortunate because, you know, Ghost Monster was on 9 HP.
And I just think that that's a lot of money lost.
Yeah, that was an expensive round for them.
And with that, on to the 7th round of this game. So we've got 3 rifles on the side of Fox with an AWP and a Deagle. Unfortunately, Insanity not just having, you know, just that enough money to get a rifle. Unfortunately, it's going to get quickly done with by Ghost Monster. And Meek's getting a sick shot onto Edmeister, just posting that so beautifully and so patiently. And already in a 3v5 situation, it is the 3 rifles against the full buy of DZG. Flash coming through middle. Unfortunately, no aggression from Fox to follow up with that. Do they suspect this play? And Abs Demonic does gets the kill onto Barrel. Fortunately, that second player not there to, you know, trade it out there, but is doing a little bit of aggression in middle. Gets it to Ghost Monster,
And they have bomb now.
and they have bomb again, with only Technodoggy left in a 1v4 situation.
I believe, every time oops, I've just ruined it. I don't want to say that. I believe.
It is Technodoggy. I mean, he's clutched it out twice.
A few times, yeah.
It's going to do some damage onto Yuno, but he is very aware of the fact that there is a few BTG boys coming down on his
Descending.
position. Descending down.
Beautiful shot onto Bandit there. No, he doesn't have a lot of HP to play with here though. You know, he could get smacked by 2 flashbangs if he did.
Meeks is posting this Abs position, but unfortunately, I don't know if she's going to suspect him to come out of the bottom of Abs. Yeah, Yuno is going to cover her back though and gets the kill onto Technodoggy for, you know, the 5th round for DZG. 5-2 is the scoreline. I mean, we've got Ghostmaster again just on fire tonight with a 14-4 KD.
And
Technodoggy not far behind with 11-5.
no, I mean, there's been incredible players coming out, you know, from both of these teams. Okay.
So let's talk a little bit about, you know, what's been happening with these 2 teams. I've been seeing a lot of chaos.
Lots of chaos. All the chaos.
Just purely based on the fact that we've got a lot of individualistic plays coming through from both sides. I mean, you've got players taking such incredible peaks, you know, down middle, down banana, you know, pushing apps. I mean, we've seen so many times how, you know, either side has been just flanked and absolutely ruined in terms of defense. But I would say, you know, the biggest issue for Fox is losing the bomb currently. You know, that there's been so many times where they get the site, you know, they've got ample time to plant. However, the bomb is on the other side of the map.
Well, you know what I've also seen? There's been a lot of great util usage from them, but, you know, they're throwing a flash and they're not necessarily doing anything about it afterwards. You know, you're meant to throw a flash and then push in with it, generally. Obviously, there are situations where this doesn't always happen, but yeah, I find that there's no follow-up with a lot of their nades, or their picks, actually.
They've been doing very well in terms of, you know, getting the initial pick, you know, whether it be on banana, on middle, and abs. However, I agree with you in terms of there's no follow-up. You know, there's either no trades or there's no instant aggression in terms of reaction. It's like, we've got the pick, let's push on it. But I wouldn't like, I understand it in the situation of, okay, let's slow down a little bit, you know, let's get a little bit more information about where these players are. But that's where your util usage comes in, and that's where I'm not seeing them, you know, capitalize off of that. I'm not seeing them using that flash or those smokes or those mollies to kind of push the CTs out into a position where I can either be dealt with, or we can just know where they are so we can smoke off and take the site accordingly. So I haven't seen a full execute onto a site from the Fox team, but I've noticed on DZG's side they kind of get caught off guard in very awkward situations. You know, there'll be like an AWPer alone on, let's say, coffins, you know, getting flanked around because there's just no one supporting her or no one supporting him, and it's just an awkward situation because you can't expect an AWPer to watch more than one place.
Yeah, I mean, they only have 2 eyes.
But with that, we go into the 8th round, and very quick aggression on both sides for Banana Control here. As you see 2 players on both teams, you know, just kind of peeking towards Banana, getting slowed down very quickly. I was kind of hoping, you know, they'd actually get a little bit of a contesting going on there. But nonetheless, we still have 2 players from Fox's side, and Banana is going to be taking some aggression as Meeks and Yuno take the peek. Yuno going to get the kill on Edmeister, with both of them unfortunately getting chipped out with that nade.
Yeah, there was a lot of nade damage done onto them there.
Still a lot of damage done, but I mean, we talk about damage, we were looking at Insanity on 5 HP and still one player down. So that's a little bit not a trade-off they were hoping for, but Technodoggy is going to get the kill onto Ghost Monster and open up a site to take A. So with that, Wallaby peeking towards Archers and getting Bandit. Very well played. And with that, only 1 player on A side. But it does seem like Fox is going to be opting for an Archer's rotation, with Yuno getting traded out by Demonic after getting the kill onto Wallaby. And slowly but surely the Fox team is going to go towards B.
There are so many trade-offs happening right now.
You know, Barrels is very close. He does hear the player coming through library here. So unfortunately Insanity is going to be taken out there. Just that sound cue giving him away. Still on a 1v1 situation with the bomb planted in B, and Technodoggy, the man who's been clutching it out for Fox in the position where he wants to be, is going to take a very quick peek towards CT. Unfortunately, timing is not on his side as he doesn't see the player go through to coffins as he expected.
They're playing Ring Around the Rosie.
But I think Technodoggy might have had an inkling that the player did get past. It might have been a sound cue there that just gave Barrels away, and Technodoggy is going to get, what's this, the 3rd clutch?
Yes.
For this game?
Did you see how excited Barrels got there? Started doing a little bit of a dance there. But yeah, Technodoggy, kind of a force to be reckoned with this game.
I wouldn't be surprised if his team is cheering him on wholeheartedly over the comms. And with that, into the 9th round, you know, that was very well played in terms of damage control, but DZG doing a quick nade and push down the side of middle. Ghost Monster and Barrels getting 2 quick kills onto the side of Fox. Ooh, that nade is going to do so much damage, but Barrels with the CZ, I mean, come on. Into a 2v5 situation.
You know, I usually don't suggest charging down mid as quickly as they did, but
ooh, Technodoggy in the perfect situation to get to 2k very quickly. Unfortunately, Bandit has a Hondik. And, you know, Demonic Potatoes with a Galil, the bomb, and 3 DZG players to deal with. But he does have free reign to A. He should be able to get a plant here, as the DZG boys just unfortunately don't have a clue as to where this last player is.
I think they should. Look, this realistically should be a one and done. But yeah, let's see how Demon Potato Health is.
Demonic Potatoes is, you know, playing towards the side of library. He did plant for himself, but Bandit might just be covered. Oof, that wasn't very unfortunate. It was, yeah, Bandit still holding the defuse. I actually thought he got taken out there, but
I also thought that was the player that was taken down.
I wanted to say, I think it's an awkward situation there because, you know, the bomb was planted just next to the crates. I mean, you know, the CG could just crouch there and defuse it safely from behind the crate. I don't think he really had, I couldn't really see from my perspective, but I don't think he had an option to kind of
Yeah, there was
do
not
any
much,
damage
there was
there.
not much that he could do there.
But I mean, great work for at least getting the plant. That's a little bit of extra cash towards the side of Fox. Now, they are in a pistol round with very quick speed towards second middle.
And very noisy too.
You know, to their luck, there was not really a player in apps.
You still would have heard that window got shot out though.
Definitely. But
Multiple times.
yeah. But still, you know, DZG opting to play a little bit more passive on A. There is 3 players towards the side of A. So, you know, if Fox take this A, I think they are going to have a little bit more, you know, trouble. There's only one player watching middle, though, is going to spot out Edmeister and, you know, take him down a little bit. But, you know, Fox is still playing this very, very slowly. You know, they're just trying to get information now. It does look like Edmeister is going to get a little bit more aggressive towards Archers here. Is going to get flashed out. Oof, takes the contesting.
Ghost Monster and Matt Barrel's doing absolutely great work though, taking down Wallaby and Insanity. But Edmeister taking down Bandit there.
Is going to get traded out by Yono, however. But Demonic Potato is doing great work with the PC-50 here. Ghost Monster is the only one left on A side, but is going to take both down.
Yeah, it didn't really matter though that he was alone there.
Ghost Monster 19 for 5, you know, Techno Doggy on 16 for 7. You know, these are currently the 2 players on the top of the scoreboards. They are also the only 2 players in the server that have got double digits currently.
Oh, jeez.
Doing very good work. Both these players, you know, on fire tonight. But
Oh, Bandit getting the quick pick onto Wallaby there.
you know, you hate to see it. Meek's nearly getting the kill onto Demonic Potatoes here, but you know, equal damage getting traded out. Both sides taking damage. That nade's like nearly just not close enough. I would say, unfortunately, only one player, you know, was there to be suspect to, you know, the damage taken. But still, 3 players towards the side of B. It does look we're going to get an execute onto B. Yono just sneaking out of the smoke, going to get a kill, nearly a second, make that a second kill onto Fox. Unfortunately, very, very quickly stopping the execution onto B.
That was quite a big shutdown.
That was cheeky.
That was very
I liked it. And Demonic Potatoes with the glass cannon is going to get the kill onto Ghost Monster, with only barrels in middle. And Yono getting the kill onto Insanity. And making it a 4K with Demonic Potatoes. So I was still saying, you know, that you only had 2 players with double digits on the server. Yono said, sorry.
I swear he heard us and he was like, fine, watch me. That was a beautiful round by him.
That was such patient play. Such very cheeky play. But
I was gonna say cheeky, but also extremely patient. You know, stepping through the smoke, I don't think, you know, the
Also
enemy team would expect that.
No, that was, unfortunately, no, that smoke just didn't go too far.
We do
But
have
Ghost
2
Monster...
CT players rushing here. Taking down Demonic Potato and Wallaby.
You know, I don't even have enough time to finish my sentence
No,
before
I mean, come
Ghost
on.
Monster just takes down 2 quick kills. And with that, you know, Fox, only 2 pistols and an AK on their side. Only 1 player with armor. So,
Ooh, Techno Doggy needs to be so careful here. Oh!
is going to get the kill onto Meeks. Not suspecting the second player and does get caught out by Yono. Yono making a quick 2K. And Insanity in a 1v4 situation now with only a pistol and a smoke. With the bomb down.
Right in front of Yono.
Right in front of Yono. Very unfortunately. Yono does get the spray down onto Insanity. And again, another 3K for Yono.
And that's
Ghost Monster making his quick 20 bomb in the first 13 rounds of this game. Someone stop this man.
Somebody stop these men.
But I mean, sorry, these men have the lady in their team.
So, apologies.
And just for all the viewers watching, this is a BO1. This is still the group stages of, you know, the league. So, you know, it's a one and done situation here. Unfortunately, there's only 1 map, you know, 1 chance for Fox or DG to get the win. Meeks is going to get the kill onto Edmeister. Very, very nice shot there from Meeks. Unfortunately, there is a second player, you know, just kind of peeking out there. He's going to get a little bit of chip damage through the smoke there. But that nade, again, just... These nades from the side of Fox are doing very good work. You know, not discounting DZG's nades. who we saw in that pistol round, just did absolutely massive work. So with that,
Bandit's getting the shot down there onto Wallaby, and
unfortunately, Ghost Monster is going to get the trade onto Techno Doggy, and 2v5, sorry, now for Fox to try and clutch this out.
Are leaning here towards A site and do have bomb in hand.
You know, the DZG team is very well aware that we do have 2 players left. As you know, they've got that B control. They can see into middle exactly, you know, who is there and who's not there.
There's only a few other spots that they could realistically be in.
No, definitely that very vital information. And Demonic Potato is going to get spotted out. They're very patient with you know, the CTs. They're not completely rushing to the side of the noise.
Yono is getting a little cheeky here.
Very good play here from Yono. You know, flanking the last 2 remaining Fox players. Ooh, Insanity getting a nice shot onto barrels. Unfortunately, the time is running out. Only 5 seconds left, 4 seconds. There's not enough time to plant the bomb here. 2 players left, and unfortunately, DZG is going to get that win, you know, down to time. I like that from Fox. However, I do think it was a few seconds too late, you know, to kind of pull out that aggression. But you know, that's exactly what I was talking about. You know, we need, you know, that quick pick and then that quick aggression or that quick anti-aggression, depending on what DZG is doing. You know, I feel like Fox is kind of playing to DZG's game. You know, DZG is getting the map control that they need to kind of just play with Fox however they see fit. You know, just chipping damage, you know, with nades and just flanking them whenever they feel like it.
You know, the thing is with DZG, especially the players towards A sides, they are sitting on their spots and not moving an inch. You know, even if there's things happening down mid and up a little bit of banana, they stay solid exactly where they are. You know, they're extremely patient with what they do, and except for Yono try to, you know, kind of a little cheeky sneaky.
It was very well timed though. You know, you saw that he was waiting there patiently for a little bit more, you know, sound cues, I would say. See, okay, is there any players close to me? Can I move in? You know, they didn't throw any flashes or smokes to help peek that T side and middle side. It was very sneaky, but very well played, because it completely caught Fox off guard there. So with that, into the 14th round, only 2 chances left for, you know, Fox to get those last 2 rounds. Looks like they are going to be doing a nade stack towards B. Similarly, you know, DZG is going to throw a few nades right back at them. 2 orbs on the side of DZG.
Yes, Ghostmaster and Meeks. One on A, one on B.
Only a pistol on the side of Tekka. Either way, Yono is going to spot out Insanity and gets the headshot onto the poor man. And with that, you know, Fox is kind of stopped in their tracks. I was hoping to see a very quick execute. However, Edmeister is going to do a little bit of damage onto Yono, but Yono gets away. Wallaby is going to get a trade onto Bandit, and still only 2 players from DZG on B site, with 3 players of, you know, from Fox trying to get onto the site as quickly as possible.
There's a little bit of team damage there.
Both, you know, all 3 of these players are so incredibly low. Yono does get the 3K onto Demonic. Ghost Monster going to burn Techno Doggy out of his spot, and Meek's going to get the last headshot or kill onto Wallaby. Headshot!
I was gonna make a comment, but I decided to leave it, so I'm happy you made a comment.
It's fine.
About it.
I am my own worst enemy. You know, last round for the first half, unfortunately, Fox, you know, has 2 very, very tough opponents, making it very difficult for them to get on either side. Ghost Monster and Yono just absolutely insane tonight. Bandit is going to kill Wallaby and drops the bomb rightly.
Demonic Potato's taking down barrels there and Apster, and Ghost Monster playing the very patient game and taking down Demonic Potato.
And with that, Insanity is going to get caught out. Unfortunately, you know, with the money and the
Ghost Monster shooting at you.
The Ghost Monster shooting at you, there's nothing much you can do there. 2v5 situation now for Fox, if they want to get this 4th round going into the second half. Unfortunately, Meeks is being very aggressive here and nearly does get the kill onto Edmeister now. Ooh, outside for the Deagle. Does get the kill.
Edmeister.
Very well played there from Meeks. Very, very aggressive, but very well earned.
Techno Doggy in a 1v4.
I mean,
We've seen him do this. This is
the
why I'm excited for this.
Clutch Master for Fox here does have an inkling that, you know, that the two players are pushing down middle, gets both of them, still has big work to do as he needs to get that bomb. And still has no idea where the other two players... Oh, unfortunately, I think that was a little bit of a misclick.
Shame.
It happens.
He's not happy about it.
I've hit my mouse against my keyboard many times. And done the exact same thing. Or mollied my teammates. Not sure.
It happens. You know, mistakes happens. Mistakes happens.
I never mind.
Point proven.
Either way. So to Technology in a 1v2 situation, unfortunately, only 8 seconds left with the round. Doesn't really have the time to get either the 2 kills or get the bomb. So we're going to go into the second half with a 12-3 scoreline.
If I'm not mistaken, I do think Technodoggy lagged out a bit at the end there.
Oh yeah, we do see that he's got about 300 ping. That was very unfortunate. In the last round, you know, after getting those 2 quick kills in middle, that's very unfortunate.
Yeah, no, that's quite disappointing.
It needs some better internet there.
Okay, well, we have gone into a pause quickly just to see if we can hopefully sort out Technodoggy's
internet situation here.
Yeah.
But it's very tough, you know. I mean, we mentioned it that DZG is a very strong force on CT side. You know, they're very patient. They've got very quick rotations. They play so well as a team in terms of, you know, peaking together, not individually like all the time. Obviously, we saw in that last round, you know, Meeks really didn't have much decision to run away. Instead, chose to take the fight and won the fight.
Yeah. Look, I mean, so many of the players just overall in this map are such strong players. I mean, Technodoggy he's absolutely going off when his internet is completely stable. But yeah, it's hard to play against people like Ghost Monster and Yono. And I mean, even Bandit getting ridiculous shots. And, you know, all of these players are such strong individuals and they're playing so well together. It's a little bit difficult,
you know, to capitalize off anything really.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you know, they're doing well themselves for getting those, like we said, those initial peaks. But, you know, when you've got a Ghost Monster and a Yono to deal with, it becomes a little bit more difficult.
Both on 20 plus kills?
No, definitely doing great work for DZG. I think, you know, Technodog is still trying to sort out this internet. But when you speak about, you know, we spoke about Inferno earlier as to, you know, why it's your favorite map. We spoke about how utility usage is so vitally important.
It makes or breaks around.
And weirdly enough, you know, Fox have been quite, in terms of their nades, have been very accurate in terms of getting that chip damage, you know, getting that little bit of extra, you know, HP down from DZG. But, you know, in terms of smokes and flashes and even mollies, unfortunately, I haven't been seeing them really utilized in a position that would help them. You know, there's some great flashes coming through, but like you said, you know, no one's capitalizing off those flashes. You know, I'm not seeing a flash throw and the CT's blinded completely, but there's no T's to capitalize and get a kill for that.
Yeah, there's just no follow up, and you know, a lot of times they are, like you said, they're flashing them completely or they're mollying them out of sight, but there is no follow up. So when they're running away from the molly, trying to get into better positions, instead of
T to catch them out, you know,
instead of being taken out when you're out of position, you can kind of just get back to your spot.
No, it's exactly the same situation. I mean, I've seen so many times where a CT is completely blinded, you know, or pushed out of his pit position or his coffin's position or sight, have you, and just no T's or any, you know, players from Fox to get that free kill. And that's it's unfortunate because it just makes it so much harder for Fox because this util usage is actually working for them, but it's, you know, it's just it's not in a position where it can help them get, you know, convert that into a round.
Yeah. Okay, well, Technodoggy has unfortunately disconnected again. Shame, I don't think he's having a very good time in terms of internet today.
These things happen. In terms of, you know, when we spoke about how DZG kind of lost their rounds on Mirage. you know, we saw it especially in the DDC game.
Yeah.
How important, you know, team morale is. Because we spoke to Ghost Monster and I think it was Yona actually.
Yes.
After the game, and you know they were saying, you know, how you can kind of hear it in their voices how tired their voices were from screaming and shouting, and you know just cheering their teammates on. I mean, we even see them currently now in TeamSpeak, in T-Spawn, sorry,
Doing a little rattlesnake.
which is
extremely distracting.
It's very
Just
distracting.
saying.
It's very distracting, but it's great to see, you know, just kind of that energy coming through the
That
players.
playfulness, yeah.
That playfulness, you know, just kind of keeping those vibes up, because we've seen how incredible it is when a confident player, you know, is kind of backed up with his team in terms of morale and just overall good vibes, I would say.
Yeah, I said it last week. It's a snowball. You know, you get one player start running down the mountain with great vibes, great confidence, and kind of just drags everyone with them.
Which is a great thing, because it ultimately means, you know, converting that into rounds
Mm.
and converting that into kills. Still no word, unfortunately, on Technodoggy's situation.
He is back in the server. I'm just not sure if he's back.
But if we talk about, you know, util usage, you know, Yona has opted to get a smoke, a flash, and a nade instead of armor. So we've got, you know, 4 players with full armor and a Glock, and then the 1 player, you know, with the util usage. So I'm hoping to see an execute coming through from DDG, maybe a quick execute. Maybe it's going to be a little bit of a more, you know, slower style kind of baits and switch and kind of get the sight after, you know, you've played a little bit with the CT's feelings. So
Yeah, I'm very keen to see this first round. You know. Okay, well, we've just been told that DZG is, you know, singing in TeamSpeak, so they're feeling good.
I was about to join and listen, but I feel like we should not expose the karaoke moment.
Yes, please, people, you have to leave people's, you know, karaoke moments to themselves. It's not something everyone, you know, necessarily needs to see.
I mean, I think we can probably pull in 1 or 2 of the players afterwards and have a karaoke session of ourselves.
Yes.
Off stream.
On stream.
Off stream.
On stream. I think on stream would be great.
I think it should stay off stream. Either way, we're going to have to wait and see if Technology can make it back in time. I believe the side of Fox does have a substitute. Just waiting to see what's going to happen. It's such a bad situation, you know, when your clutch Meister doesn't have the same support from whatever his internet provider is. I won't assume.
Don't assume.
Everyone is already making their assumptions. I can hear the jokes, but I won't
conceive them.
I won't make assumptions. It's such a difficult situation, you know, when you talk about. Unfortunately, you know, a lot of the players outside of the Fox haven't really had the opportunity to, you know, get a few kills here and there. It's tough, especially because then, you know, all the pressure is kind of placed on one player.
And, you know, also, it's just disheartening to have one of your own teammates disconnect. Or just have lag, you know, in general. It's hard to come back from this kind of situation. You know, everyone's a little bit disheartened. Everyone's not exactly feeling it as they should be, and yeah.
Unfortunately, these are the problems you have with online games. Whereas with LAN, you know, apart from obviously the internet always dying as it does at LAN, there's
he's back.
He is back.
Yay!
And it does seem like we're going to be playing.
Pausing.
Yeah, but with that, we are going to go into
our 16th round.
16th round, second half. Hopefully Technodoggy doesn't have any more lag for the rest of the game. Shame.
Can you imagine he's been playing that well with lag?
Sure.
Edmeister again going for the dualies here. It seems to be his favourite.
Yes, it does seem though that DZG is going to go for a quick execute. I don't know if they suspect that player towards Boiler. Barrels is going to get the kill onto Technodoggy in a very quick one-tap. But Edmeister is going to be charging down Banana through middle to try and flank these players. Insanity getting a sick kill onto Ghost Monster. Barrels?
Getting knife?
I mean, What can this man not do? Edmeister
Look at these duties go.
Edmeister getting a headshot kill through the smoke onto Bandit, and now in a 3v2 situation with barrels very low. But the bomb is down. Spots a flying. Yona does spot a flying player from Apps through the smoke. Is going to get the last kill onto Wallaby, and with that, Meeks and Yono clutched it out for the side of DZG to get them their 13th round.
You remember earlier how we were discussing that it's slightly chaotic?
Yes.
That, my dear, was chaotic. That was very entertaining to watch. Very hard to keep up with, though.
I want to see Barrels'
his knife.
I do. I really want to see his perspective on how he got that knife. Fortunately, I couldn't see on the minimap where it happened. But DZG, you know, just waiting towards T-spawn just for those nades to come through before they take banana control.
And unfortunately, Fox's double nade down banana
did not capitalize off anything. But we do see a little bit of a slower, you know, default coming through from DZG. They're just kind of playing for information now, just to see where the Fox players are sitting. And Barrels is going to make his way through apps to get a little bit more information.
Well, one of them is definitely going to spot the other here. So that could be quite an interesting situation. Yeah, and then we've got three, you know, the DZG players heading up towards A. And the CT side is quite interesting. There we go. Okay, I was going to say the CT side are both sitting in CT itself.
I'm not sure if Insanity or whoever was in app saw that player there cross to Boiler. Yono is going to get a kill onto Edmeister with Barrel getting the trade onto Demonic. And Yono taking a second down on Wallaby. And Insanity on 10 HP, unfortunately, you know, left to deal with the three players on B.
He's in a sandwich.
Is going to get charged by Yono, who gets taken out. And Bandit, unfortunately, is there to trade it out. Technodoggy in a 1v4 situation. Very doable with two players very low in terms of HP.
And a Deagle. We have a Deagle.
He has a Deagle, but also he's so far off. You know, he was that player on H site that I wasn't sure if he saw the player in apps. But Bandit making a lot of noise. Technodoggy could have gotten an easy kill there, but unfortunately, I don't think he was expecting him, you know,
to jump around the corner there. Like a little bunny.
Quite. Yes. So with that, you know, Reacce now is kind of forced to force up a little bit here, trying to make a play, maybe get the 15th round away from DZG.
Edmeister with a very interesting P90 buy here.
He's bought dualies, he's bought P90s. I mean, this man can do it. So now they're going through to middle is going to do a lot of damage to DZG with two players, you know, taking down to just below, what's that, 60 HP? Bandit going to take down Edmeister, unfortunately rushing down with that P90. Now I've got two players taking banana control with Yono just watching towards middle there.
And unfortunately there's only one player sitting on that B side. You know, there is another rotation, but this leaves them in a, you know, that leaves them with two CTs on each side, which is not
very
not ideal,
unfortunately for Fox here. Technodoggy does spot out Barrels and does get the kill with, you know, 5 HP left, but nonetheless. And now we've got 4 players going to B, taking that execute, is going to be able to get sight. However, 2 players to deal with from Fox, but it does seem that they are going to be playing it passive, waiting for, you know, their teammates to come in. So still in a 4v4 situation, you know, both teams very low, scattered in terms of HP, really.
I am really happy, though, that Fox played a little bit slower here, you know, waiting for their teammates to rotate.
Yono and Meeks doing quick work with Fox getting to kill. Meeks is going to get traded out, as is Yono, but Bandit going to get the final 2 kills onto Technodoggy, and with that, DZG on match point with a 15-3 scoreline.
This is
unfortunate.
This is unfortunate, yes.
But, I mean, I'm seeing a lot more, you know, sort of energy coming through from Fox.
Yeah, there's a lot more trades coming through,
which is very good. You know, they're doing very well in terms of the CT holds. But now, unfortunately, you know, Fox is in a very awkward buy, you know, buying what they can with what they have. There's nade coming through on B, could do lots of damage. Unfortunately, Edmeister on 12 HP is going to get a kill onto Bandit, gets traded out by Barrels. And with that, we've got 3 DZG boys just running onto B site here.
They are just...
Sorry.
They're just charging in here.
Boys and lady.
Okay, let's not say boys and lady. It just sounds weird.
The team. The DZG team.
Yes, there we go. Players.
Technodoggy is taking a few shots through smoke here. Unfortunately, not going to be able to capitalize off anything yet. you know, these two, Demonic and Insanity, really need to push right now. Unfortunately, Yono's going to get a 2k, and Technodoggy in a 1v4 situation for game point is going to get taken out by Ghost Monster. And with that, DZG getting the 16-3 win.
Wow.
Very well played there from both teams.
Yes.
But especially, you know, Yono and Ghost Monster just going absolutely ham.
So close to that 30 bomb.
Yeah. Both players so close to that 30 bomb. Unfortunately, you know, for you know, Fox, when you've got two enemy players just on point, hitting their shots, hitting those crazy shots.
Yeah. There's
not much you can do there.
No, unfortunately not. And, you know, also just having the player that's, you know, lagging. It's not ideal. It's not the situation you'd like to be in. But yes, well played to both teams.
So any last thoughts on the game?
I'm happy it was on Inferno. No, I really do think that, you know, both teams played really well. DZD just obviously had, you know, very much of the upper hand. They had two players that were just absolutely nailing every shot tonight. Yeah.
You know, I feel bad for Fox because they are going to unfortunately go back to the whiteboard a little bit. But I mean, you know, there's so much potential in that team in terms of we saw such incredible shots.
Technodoggy was
just on fire, left, right, and center, doing very quick work of making very quick work of DZG. Very good work.
Yeah,
very quick work.
4K clutches. What else can you really get?
What else do you want from the man?
Yeah.
A very good work from DZG and Reacce Fox. And with that, you know, we're done for the night. Also just want to again give a quick shout out to Utini, Digital for Jesus, and teamsoup.in. If you guys want to know more about them, they do all have websites and social pages that you guys can check out. Utini is a OP company for gamers. You know, they've been reinvented from the ground up. Digital for Jesus focuses on giving you the most cost-effective solutions for all your online needs. And teamspeak.in, I mean, is there more to say? It's
teamspeak.in.
It's the great VoIP application we all know and love. So without them, none of this would be possible. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the ZAMAJORS League. My name is Esproxy.
And I'm Little Panda.
And we hope you have a lovely evening further.
There was some sort of warp contact between somebody, I'm not sure exactly what, but up the hill at the moment, the Ferrari of Revo all over the back of Bans goes to the outside. There's going to be a drag race, and I think Electrician's going to get involved as well here. They're going to be 3 wide as they go up towards Lakecom. Electrician go between the two of them, they bang wheels, and Bans gets it at the moment. Revo trying to hang it around the outside. He has the inside for the left-hander, and he pushes Electrician off the track at the moment of about 0.4 of a second, but he's not going to have it for long because Revo has the slipstream. He has the DRS. Going to be very close between the two of them. Bans covers the inside, Revo's to the outside. Electrician looking forward as well. Revo's done it.
Actually, I can slow down a little bit. I think we're still getting... Bishop's still doing their good, getting his second kill onto stage. With Sean suspecting 2 players who were short, unfortunately going to get traded out. And one day going down without a Kraken. Russ going to get the kill onto Carito. And Void is now in a 1v4 situation. With a lot of Reacce boys looking at him. Going to get 2 kills onto the side of Reacce and into a 1v2 situation. Spots out the player Optimus unfortunately does get taken out by Bishop doing big work.
There we go. Beautiful. He's literally come to life.
He's just going in now. It's like he decided, you know what, boys, let me just try it. Whatever I can.
Disrupt making the players to connect to here. But Ghost Monster is just on point, getting at the... What is this? The third? Maybe going for the 4th and getting the 4K. What an awesome round from Ghost Monster.